Hi, this is Patti Miner, and I'm here to do another Facebook Live. Today I taught Relief Society on the listening to the Holy Spirit. There were some really great stories, and I just wanted to share it with you and my children and grandchildren. Some really great stories that were told. We had a story about Elder Hunter, Howard W. Hunter. When he was in Mexico doing a tour, he was in an airplane, and there was a great storm, and all the instrumentation went off. And I'm paraphrasing this from someone paraphrasing it, so I don't have all the details. But he all of a sudden, the Holy Spirit told his heart that they needed to turn right because the instruments weren't working on the airplane. So he told the pilot to turn right, and the pilot turned right. And later they found out that had they gone straight, another plane had crashed into a mountain. So their instruments on their plane were wrong, and they had to listen to the Holy Spirit. We were talking about how important the Holy Spirit is to all of us, because there's a lot of bad news out there about bad things happening, but there's miracles happening all around us. Every day, as long as you pay the light bill, you have to be able to be obedient to the commandments. You have to be able to pray. You have to be able to listen to the Holy Spirit as it talks to your heart, and in your mind, you get the idea of what to do. Sometimes the people actually hear a voice. I know when I was a teenager, I was walking alone up in the mountains, just on my own, and I had my earphones in, and I wasn't paying any attention, and all of a sudden I heard, "Move!" and very loudly. And so I moved right away, and behind me came a train. I did not know that I was walking on railroad tracks. It was just not apparent. I was not paying attention. I was listening to music and enjoying nature, and that wonderful voice was loud enough to tell me quick enough to move, and I moved, and it saved my life. Another one that was told was about, I also told the one about when Vince and I were in Brazil. We went back to visit where he went on an LDS church mission, and there were some wonderful people there. Some are bishops, stake presidents, patriarchs. They're just wonderful, wonderful, kind Christian people now that are still working there as after they'd gotten their testimony 30, 40 years ago, 50 years ago now. Anyway, so we were in Brazil, and one of the bishops that had baptized the dad had picked us up and was showing us around, and we were up in this beautiful place. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and there were waterfalls, and we were at a convenience store out in the middle of these waterfalls, and it's a mountainous area. It was beautiful, and we were right there. And all of a sudden I got a feeling that we had to leave. We gotta leave now, we gotta leave. I just kept getting this big boom, 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 boom feeling in here that we gotta leave. So I was like, okay. And we were so relaxed and so calm, and everything was so perfect that was the weirdest thing to happen right then. But I said, hey, we ought to go. Let's go get in the cars and go now. And we gradually got out in the car. And most of the time when you get those feelings and you follow the promptings that you have, you don't even know what happened. But in this particular time, you don't even know how your life was saved or what happened. You're just thankful. But this particular time, we read in the newspaper the next day that the same convenience store that we had been at, 15 minutes later, some gunmen came in and shot some people. I would have never known that, of course, unless the Holy Spirit told you. So you need to listen to the Holy Spirit. You never know when it's going to be life or death or something very important. We also had a story about the Tabernacle Choir that was told, because there was many people that had possibly been in the Tabernacle Choir that are now at this retirement facility that we're at. And the Tabernacle Choir was supposed to perform at a particular venue, and it was well advertised on the websites and everywhere for a year that they were supposed to perform at this one particular venue. And then the prophet got a feeling that they shouldn't perform there, and he called the choir director 2 days before the performance and said, you're going to have to move the venue. I have a bad feeling about this. And so the choir director said, gee, that's going to be hard, because we've been advertising it for a year at this location, and it's like momentous place. It's amazing. And they changed the venue. And 2 days later, they put on a miraculous, wonderful performance, and the building that they should have been in got bombed. So you know the Spirit's out there working. You have angels working. We have God and Jesus and the whole world. They're working for our good, for our benefit. We just need to listen. We need to be righteous. We need to do the best we can and obey the gospel and the commandments and be good to other people and be kind and just listen and obey and you'll be taken care of. I mean, it's amazing. I also had, there was another story told about a soldier who was coming home from deployment, and he missed all of the taxis and all of the transportation systems, so he decided to hitchhike. So he started hitchhiking, and these three gentlemen were picking him up, and so he was happy to get into the back seat of the truck, and all of a sudden he realized that they're drunk and driving, and he thought, uh-oh, this isn't safe. And in his heart and in his mind, it said, get on the floor behind the seat and put your duffel bag over your head. And so he did that. He got on the floor behind the seat and put his duffel bag over his head just in time for them to have a car accident. And he was the only one that lived from that car accident. I just would love to hear your stories of your wonderful experiences that you have had with the Holy Spirit. Please comment below. Feel free to share any of my Facebook's lives with anybody, because I am thankful to share, help, uplift, whatever we can do. We're all trying to do the best we can to help others, and I hope you got some value from this. Thank you.